Hey guys, what is up? Josh here, and this is Devil's Advocate episode 2. We had a tough game tonight. Final score 3-2 versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we took a loss, so that's 1 point on the Florida Swing road trip. This game wasn't bad. And I think the line changes we made going into this game, changing those top two lines a little bit, getting everybody kind of moved around, I think was beneficial overall. I think we all saw that was a better game than the Florida game, and I think we're still improving. The team is much more alert. We played much better center ice stuff. I think we had less turnovers overall in the first period and in the third period I thought we played good again. I think our biggest mistakes came in the second period once again, which I think my biggest point of this video would be that we've got to learn to play 60 minutes. I think we saw that in Florida where, we'd get a good run going off and then it just wouldn't go our way. Or here where we got a 2-0 lead and then we blew it in the second period and then on late in the third period. We've got to get a team together or show that we can play a 60-minute hockey game. Tampa Bay played 60 minutes tonight. They made a couple mistakes in the front end, but they weren't catastrophic. They just didn't get a good start, but they learned from it and then played the rest of the game. We played the front period and the last period, and we didn't play the middle period at all. We did not play the second period at all. And that's what led to a regulation loss where we get no points. I just have a list of notes I took while I was watching the game, and I'm just going to kind of go over them individually and go into some depth about others and others not so much. My biggest thing, which I know is going to make some people mad, is Henrique has not been playing well. And I know it's only 2 games in, and you're like, he's just rusty and all that, but I mean, Henrique has not been the Henrique that we were used to last season. And I don't know if that comes from all the changes we've went through, if he's not used to the new role, if he's not used to being on a line with certain people, or how that plays, but Henrique has not done as good of a job as he's done in the past. Now, taking that into account, the biggest thing, once again, is discipline. We have got to be more disciplined on the goddamn puck. Or just anywhere. We took penalties again tonight. Like the Mike Camilleri thing. Look, I get standing up for your team and you're down a goal and all that, but taking coincidentals doesn't actually help us at all because we already proved in special teams we weren't playing that well. So why would you try to force a special teams thing? If he takes a stick out of your hand, he takes a stick out of your hand. Be disciplined, walk away, and let him come to you because that gets him the penalty, not both of you. If you just run over and immediately grapple with him, I guess I get it to a certain degree. I realized I was just staring off into the distance there, but it's because I was just ranting. But you just end up in this position where you're just out of the play and you're not doing anything that you need to be doing. And then you're down in the penalty box, which with Mike Camilleri, who's supposed to be a good offensive player, doesn't help us when we're in 4-on-4. We're down an offensive threat, and we have to play more D in that point. I thought Henrique was a bit aggressive on the penalty kill, which sometimes he would get out of position, it seemed, and they'd have to run in and cover a 3-man triangle and then go back to the square when he came back. Now, they could have been trying to force a breakout and an odd-man rush, but you're on the power play, just clear it and get away from it. Shots have got to hit the net. I think we all noticed that. The boards in the glass were Palmieri's enemy tonight. He hit them more than he hit anything else. Now, that might have just been an off night, and I think he could have gotten those goals too, so I'm not going to hold it against him or hold it against the team, but shot accuracy's got to be there. I want to reiterate, tonight was not a bad game. This is still a better Devils team, considerably leagues better than where we were last season at this time. And I think we have a good chance of going farther, but it's only game 2, obviously, and we don't have a lot to compare to. Much stronger neutral zone, like I said. Better clears, not resulting in icing. That's a big deal. We iced the puck a lot in Florida, but this time we managed to make those clears better and well constructed, so we didn't ice the puck all the time. Schneider, of course, played a good game. I don't think anybody was going to question that. Schneider has not been the issue before. I think there were a couple of these he might have been able to have, but once again, if we could put points on the board and stay more disciplined, he wouldn't be stuck in these situations all the time. I'm going to start doing a thing now where I'm going to pick a player who I thought was the MVP of the game, and tonight is a surprising choice. Vern Fiddler is going to be my MVP of the game tonight. I feel like he played the best game overall, even though for being a low stringer like he is, as well as the fact that play at the defensive line where he stayed in the fight and got it done to get that puck out of the zone showed that he wanted to get that game turned around. So Vern Fiddler is my MVP of the Tampa Bay New Jersey Devils game. Overall, my final report would be that the Devils played a solid game again tonight, but had some problems that have plagued the team again, such as discipline and playing a full game. We have to be more disciplined and play a full 60 minutes. Quit taking breaks on the rush, and the dump and chase cannot be our getaway safety measure. We've got to be able to stop and set up plays. Dumping and chasing, when we can't win races anyway, isn't a dump and chase. It's a dump and give. And at that point, you're just giving them. We're using it as a safety mechanism, which I understand, but at a certain point, you've got to be trying to put risks up to put plays together. But just handing the puck over in their end isn't really a good answer. Hockey sense in some cases is desperately needed. Now, I know that's kind of ballsy coming from a guy who doesn't play, but what I mean by that is you just get people who get caught up in the corner, and their first reaction is to turn to their left side and send it around the boards when there may not even be a player there. I mean, I guess just take a second and look around, or, you know, and you may not get those seconds and there's those times, but a lot of our younger players, their first response when they're in the corner with 2 guys is just to dump it around the boards, and another player from the other team picks it up, and it's like, guys, try to think of where your guys are and try to make a decision, or remember if we just went for a line change or not. But I wouldn't just force an issue like that, I guess. Overall, though, I thought the penalty kill was pretty good. We did a good job on the penalty kill tonight. We did a good job last time. So the penalty kill has still been strong and doing well. Overall, I'd say this was a good game. I would say we take what we've learned from this Florida road trip, go to our home opener against Anaheim, and try and play a more solid game. If you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, be you, be awesome. Let's go Devils. Bye-bye.